Cedric looks like he's in a very good position this game.
Just has to make sure
3, 4, 5, 6,
no
7,
slips
8,
up
9, 10,
happen.
11, 12, 13.
Do we know what Ben has in hand?
Ben's got a muddle the mixture. I can't tell the other card is. I think it's a smother. I'm not 100% sure. If it's a smother and Cedric doesn't attack with the Stinkweed Emptier.
Drown to save, with Narco Amoebas. 2 Narco Amoebas, okay.
So it's, I don't think that's enough to kill him right here.
I like the way Cedric like rearranges all of his creatures. It's kind of neat.
All right.
Cedric leaving the blood gas over to the side to make it easy for Ben to block it. Cedric looks like he's going to be dealing 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage this turn, dropping Ben down to 2 life.
Cedric like sticking out the blood gas there. He's like, please block this one.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah.
2. Zombie tokens blocked over there by Cedric. I mean, by Ben.
Yeah, clearly Ben wants to block the tokens so that no bridge shenanigans can go on. Even though there are no bridges in Cedric's graveyard right now.
And Ben drops to 2.
Ben's not liking his chances anymore.
No, that 2020 did not get him very far.
Yeah, there are too many overcosted bad flyers in play.
Let's see. Ben has to use a smother.
End of your turn, I'll smother Stinkweed.
Smother Stinkweed in.
This is end of turn, right? He's got to get really lucky with Engineer Explosives on top. I don't think he drew it.
Yeah,
that's game. Cedric Phillips.
Yeah, no ley
Ladies and gentlemen, wins the match 2 games to 1. And coming up, we should have a Good Decks Live with AJ Sacher. You got that all done? You want me to head over there? Help AJ get set up?
That was a weird last turn.
All right, so
if you tackle everything, I'm dead.
I guess we'll talk about this. I think this match was really decided on the mulligans on Ben's part. Ben thought that his hand disruption would be enough to take down Dredge. Unfortunately, without the ley lines in his opening hand, it was just too easy for Cedric to win these games.
If you hold back all 4,
and Cedric was able to draw the correct fate cards, drew the right sideboard cards, was able to control the dark depths.
I couldn't win, so I needed
Doppler combo right there.
I needed you to hold back. Like if you held back even like
so
one,
are we? Is it on us now, or is it still?
I probably won't.
I have to leave this
Still on.
All right, so we're going to be setting up Good Decks Live.
Oh, you had an echoing truth in that?
We'll see right here.
Oh, right.
With AJ Sacher. Tell us a little about AJ. You know a bit about him, right? You know some of his accomplishments. He top 8'd at Grand Prix Denver.
What's that?
We'll get all...
2 years ago, he top 16 in Berlin. He got another top 50 in Worlds.
Yeah, did Worlds.
Kept him on the train.
AJ's a level 4 this year? Or is AJ's a level 4 this year?
Level 4 mage. Pretty impressive.
Don't forget to mention our sponsors.
Yes, of course.
Get that all up.
His other finishes that Ben just went over is pretty successful in Worlds, Grand Prix top 8. We'll have him up here in just a bit while we set up his Good Decks Live.
Pretty good, but not as good.
Take a seat right now. We have AJ with us. Rashad's setting up the Good Decks Live. So you start on 3 buys?
Yes.
3 buys. How do you feel about this tournament?
It's pretty interesting. A lot of the Dark Depths decks.
I have both combos basically, but I can only do one. And like I don't have anything to one and all the ley line.
Jerry Thompson innovated. Been
so that
pretty much everywhere.
And like play
between
Popper
that and Zoo,
Foundry,
it's
be able to get either the sword.
It's a pretty diverse metagame.
It's not particularly fast.
AJ, what's the name of your deck? You're gonna tell us about.
Thopter. So unlike
we want to first let everybody at home know that today's Good Decks Live is brought to you by MTGChicago.com.
Yes.
Get all the singles you need at MTGChicago.com, and if you use the coupon code GG's Live,
I didn't put
you will get 15% off $30 or more. Perhaps 15% off cards you need to build AJ's Thopter deck. So go to
like I said, I didn't put you on boarding.
So I guess we're about to see a Thopter deck. Before we see it, we'll talk about why did you choose Thopter over Thopter Dark Depths?
My version has Ancestral Visions and Thirst Phrenologies, whereas the Dark Depths versions have more tutors like Teleria Wests and Marvel Mixtures, Siege the Queens, and so instead of, you know, one-for-oneing, tutoring up everything, I can just kind of let them, you know, cast their discard spells, and one-for-one me for a while, and then, you know, just explode with card advantage and take down the late game.
So you feel like the Thopter Dark Depths matchup is not too bad?
No, it's a pretty good matchup. If they play very, very well, then it's about even, but the deck is pretty hard to play, the Dark Depths Thopter deck, so, you know, unless I'm against one of the people that can play it very, very well, then I feel I'm pretty favored.
Is there any matchups that you don't want to be seeing?
Well, Fairies, which gave me my first loss already. I lost to Sam Black, who is, you know,
he is a Fairies master. So, he was always wanting to sleeve them up when possible.
Yeah, he was laughing pretty hard because there was just zoo everywhere around us, and he was like, "You probably can't lose the zoo, and I probably can't beat zoo, but I got paired against you, and you had to get paired against me." And yeah, he just absolutely destroyed me 2 games straight. It was pretty fast.
Any cards in World Wake you thought you were expecting to see in this Grand Prix?
I thought that Jace might have a home, the new Jace, but besides that, not really. Smother is pretty important for the Dark Depths deck, but besides that, like, Extended's such a powerful format that, you know, the cards would have to be really, really good to be able to, you know, make a new deck viable or, you know, fight for another slot in an existing archetype.
And so it looks like we have your deck. Get your pens and papers ready if you want to go ahead and purchase this deck and buy the cards you need, and we'll just start going over the card choices.
Buy them at perhaps mtgchicago.com.
MTGchicago.com. Of course.
No longer your source for competitive edge. Get all the cards you need is their new slogan.
Of course.
So maybe, AJ, if you could go through card by card.
All right, well, the first 2, Ancestral and Thirst for Knowledge, obviously, you just want to outdraw. What happens is, like, pretty much every deck, you just one-for-one them early with, you know, Path and Snare and Leaks, and eventually the game goes long where you're in a top deck mode and you just have way more card drawing spells than any other deck in the format, so you can grind them out, you know, attrition them out late.
That was 4 of each of those.
Yeah, Spell Snare and Mana Leak are 4 ofs also, and they're just early game cards to get you to the point where your Thirsts and Ancestrals can take over. Muddle the Mixture can counter something or tutor for part of your Thopter Sword combo.
There's only 3 of us?
3
muddles?
3 muddles. It was close between the 4th muddle and the 4th leak, but since I'm playing 4 Thopters and 3 swords, I felt that I didn't need the extra tutor because I have so many redundant combo pieces already that, you know, extra tutors aren't as good as being able to say Mana Leak and Tarmogoyf. Cryptic Command obviously is just a very powerful control card.
There's 3 Cryptic Commands.
3 Cryptics, and it's also good because since you have in the Thopter Mirror, you have more card draw, so you can get more lands out. So, like, when you're both making guys, you'll slowly gain more guys than them until finally you can just Cryptic them out instead of having to play for 30 more turns into a mill, which is what would happen if you didn't have Cryptic. And then 4 Path to Exile and 3 Engineered Explosives are just more removal spells, you know, more early game cards that get you to the point where your card advantage and your combo can take over. And then the mana base is pretty straightforward. Academy Ruins is obviously pretty unbelievable, with both with the combo and with Engineered Explosives.
4 Chromoxes.
4 Chromox, yeah. Because, again, you have so much card drawing that all you really need to do is survive the early game, so you get, you know, the extra speed boost from Chromox really helps, and then you can easily make up for the lost card advantage. And then if you draw extras, you have Thirst to pitch it for a card, or Foundry, you can just make a guy and block for a turn or whatever, so even your redundant moxes have value.
In the basic land count, there's how many islands are there?
7 islands and 4 plains. I do not want to lose the Blood Moon today. I originally had like glacial fortresses and, you know, some more mystic gates, but Jerry Thompson pointed out to me that I was minimizing my ability to suspend Ancestral Vision's turn 1, which is really crucial for the deck to do. So I cut the Glacial Fortresses and upped the island count, added another Hollowed Fountain to maximize the chances to suspend that Ancestral early.
And that's 3 Hollowed Fountains in there, or is there one hiding?
Yeah,
Just 3?
Three Hollowed Fountains, 3 Seed of the Sign